Hello everybody, it's Carrie here from Digital Sellers. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to do a design with me tutorial and we're going to make brag tags. So brag tags, you might be wondering to yourself, what is a brag tag? So they are a classroom management tool that can help teachers to regulate behavior, give positive reinforcement, encourage academic performance, and encourage moral character. They're also known as reward tags, award tags, or swag tags. So many school teachers use these tags as a classroom management tool, and they're really fun. So the teacher awards the student throughout the year, and then they can collect it, and at the end of the year, they get to take it home, hence the brag tag. So just so you know as well, I've made a printable PDF for you, and it's a brag tag suggestion PDF with a whole bunch of brag tag suggestions of the different kinds of tags that you can make. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do editable brag tags, but you can choose to do sheets and put your own text on the sheets. But today's video, I'm going to show you how to do edible brag tags that the buyer or teacher who buys your product will be able to go and create their own text on your brag tag. So I'm going to show you how to do that. To begin, we have to make 4 designs to start with. And the first design that we have to create is an original brag tag sheet. And you can see that right here. It's just an 8.5 by 11, just a standard sheet size. This is going to be where we're going to create our product and that we will finally download it as a PNG file when we're finished with it. Then we're going to create a 4 by 4.5 individual brag tag design. And this is to decorate or create our product thumbnail. Then we're going to create an editable brag tag sheet. So once again, it's an 8.5 by 11 standard sheet. And this is going to be the place where your buyer is going to come to edit their brag tags. And then finally, the product that you're actually going to put in your shop and sell is the brag tag link PDF. And I have one already kind of created here for us. Okay, so we are going to get started. First of all, we're going to create all of our brag tags. So my Canva is up here. I go into my elements, I scroll down to grids, and I'm looking for a 5-frame grid. Here it is here. I want to make sure that this covers my entire page, and I'm going to just move it up like that. I click on it, and now I want no spacing, because when the buyer prints this off after they edit it, then I want them to just smoothly cut the sheet as quickly as possible, because there's going to be a lot of sheets. And if you create a lot of sheets, there are going to be a lot of brag tags. I select it, I duplicate it, and now I'm going to duplicate it a few more times so that I'm going to have 4 rows of 5. There we go. Okay, so there's my 4 rows of 5. What we're going to do together is we're going to do the first row, and then I'm going to speed up the other 3 rows so that you can see what I'm doing. So each one of these rows are going to be one brag tag. So technically, you're going to have 4 rows of the same brag tag. So the first row here I'm going to create is Recess Rockstar. We're going to go into Uploads, and I've already uploaded some of the backgrounds here. Scroll down, and we're going to use this green. And I'm going to put a green in each grid on my first row. Okay, then I'm going to go into Elements, and I already have some elements that I've downloaded or that I've used. I like this guy. We're going to just minimize him. Now, in order for me to copy him, I'm going to select the row and I'm going to lock it, because if I don't, then he'll get lost in the grid. Just make sure that your image is between or in the middle of each of your brag tag, and just duplicate across. Okay, and then I think I'm going to also look for some stars. That looks pretty good. Duplicate that again, make it a little smaller. I'm also going to do a shadow around my main image here. Okay, so I'm going to delete all of them, and then I'm going to group these. I just select them by clicking on Shift for each one, and then I'm going to group it. Now I'm going to duplicate it, making sure that they're in between or in the middle of each of my tags. I'm not going to put any text here at the top because we're going to let our buyer put in their own text. One thing that you have to be aware of as well is that at the top of your tag, you want to make sure that you leave some room, because the teacher, they need to hole punch the top of the tag so that they can put it on the key ring for the student. So let's start with the second row, and I'm going to speed this up. So we have our 4 rows. Now we want to create each individual ones in our 4 by 4.5. So in order to do that, we click on that, Elements, scroll down, and now we want Frame. And we're going to estimate how kind of wide we want it. We don't want the full width of this design. We just want this grid to be in the middle because we're going to download all of these as transparent PNGs. I already have this one, and so now I'm going to create 3 more. 1, 2, 3. In my uploads, this one was for that one, and this one. Okay, now I just have to go back to my original and just copy and paste the image. So here's the one image, copy, paste. Before I start moving this around, I want to make sure I'm going to lock my images. So I'm going to do that to each one so I don't forget. Now I'm going to go back to him and I'm going to increase him. Now I am going to add some text to my individual brag tags just as a suggestion for your buyers. So when they're looking at these images, they can kind of have some suggestions of what text that they can put. So we're just going to put this in our thumbnails as individual brag tags with the text, but we're also making it editable so that they can go in and create their own text when we have the sheet completed. So for this one is Recess Rockstar, and it can go over your image, right? Like it can be really big so that the kids can read it. I'm still leaving space up here for the teacher to punch the hole. Now I want to color my text Recess Rockstar. Now we're going to do the second one. Come back here. And also too, just a reminder that when you're finished with this, you have to go back in your grid and you have to unlock it, because when you download it, it will come up as blank because you've locked it. So just remember, with all of your sheet rows and all of your individual, after you've added everything and you like it, then unlock the grid or it'll download as blank. This is going to be Hallway Ninja. let's add our text. When I was a school teacher, I created this brag tag and my kids went nuts. I taught grade 1 and they loved the hallway ninja and they were really good. It really did help them to stay quiet in the hallway because I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to give out your tag. And they were, so these work. These really do work. I've used them in my own classroom when I was a teacher and they are amazing. Maybe I'll do something else here because that seems a little bit thin that it's hard to read. Okay, so once again, I'm leaving space at the top for the hole. I'm going to come on my grid, unlock it. My third one is this little shark here. And if you notice that he is wearing a life preserver. So I thought for this one, lunchtime lifesaver. We want to make sure that the kids are being really good at lunchtime too, right? And with Canva, you can do anything with your text for these individual brag tags. You can curve it and put a shadow behind it, do anything. But I'm just showing you how to do the basics here, just to get you started. And the fourth one is going to be this one. And the brighter that you have the tags, the more that the children, they really want to have it. It's like a collection. This one, you're probably wondering what this one's all about. But for substitute teachers, when the kids are really good, that really helps them. It really, really does. I've been a sub, and that helps when the kids are helpful and kind. And yeah, so this tag is called Subs Superhero. There we go. You are going to, since all of these are finished, I gotta make sure that my grid is unlocked. So when you download this, you're going to download all of these as a PNG transparency. So to do that, you would come here to share, download. It's already on PNG, but that you're gonna select the transparent background and then click on download. So when you download this is all going to be in a zip folder, and each one of these are going to be transparent, meaning that you won't have this white background behind it. Then you can put these as individual graphics on your thumbnail for your product. Now we want to go back to our originals. So we want to make sure that all of these are centered, they're good, they're where they need to be. I'm just kind of punch in a little bit. I'm going to unlock this and I'm going to just move the spacing a little bit so I can see the lines, because I want to make sure that this image is in between my tag. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go back to my grid and spacing, and then I don't want any. Now we've done our individual brag tags and we've finished our sheets. Now we're going to download this image as a PNG. And we're going to upload it to our Editable Brag Tags design. That way, we're only allowing the buyer to put in their own text, not to edit the background and not to edit the graphic. That's our graphics and we don't want them changed. All we're giving the buyers permission to do is create their own text, fonts, and colors. I'm going to download this as a PNG. I'm not going to transparent it. Download. As that's downloading, I'm going to go back up to my Editable Brag Tag design. And you won't be downloading this to sell. You'll be downloading the link PDF to sell. This is just a design in Canva so that when they click on the link, the buyer goes to this page and this is where they're going to edit their brag tags. So I'm going to go to uploads when I'm in my Editable Brag Tag design. And now I want to go into my downloads where it is, and I'm going to upload this to my Canva. And because it's the same size, it's all going to fit. There we go. This is all one, so now my buyer can't come in here and change any of my backgrounds or my images. So what we're going to do is, because we have this and it's its own graphic, we're going to create just a template and put add text, reduce that probably down to 18, and then they can come in here and do whatever they want to do. So I'm going to highlight, so just click on that, then shift, 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 and then duplicate it. So there's our Editable Brag Tag sheet. Easy peasy. Okay. Now the last design that we have to do is we have to actually create the brag tag link PDF, and this is the product that we are going to sell in our shop, and it's only one PDF. So I've already pre-designed mine. So I have the background, I have thank you, and I have this tag because it is brag tags, and so it's kind of related to what the product is. I have created, you know, thank you for your purchase, this is who I am, blah, 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 follow me if you want. And then in my, so you can do a button at the bottom, any image that you want, you can do that. So I just chose this because I thought it looked kind of cool. So in it, you want to put some text that click link to edit or click link here or whatever you want to put. So I'm going to go back to my Editable Brag Tag page, what we just created. I'm going to come up here and now I want to get the template page code. If you don't see it here, click on these three dots here and template link. That's what you want to click on. Click on that. Create template link. Yes. All right. Then copy that. Go back to my brag tag link PDF. Click on my, make sure I'm clicking on my text, not my image, my text. Then I'm coming up here and I'm going to click on these three dots. Link, click on link. And it has this area, and now I want to Control V. Okay, and done. So yes, it's all linked to that. Done. So now I'm going to download this as a PDF, and this is what I'm going to sell, and this is the only thing I'm going to sell in my shop for this product, if it's edible. If it's not edible, you will be downloading the actual sheets and having the sheets in one PDF and supplying that to your buyer. Come up here, download. And in order for this link to work, you have to download it in a PDF. Now, whether it's standard or print, it doesn't matter. I always select PDF print. So I'll do that, download, okay, and I'm going to open this just so you can see. Okay, so this is my PDF page that my buyers will see. Here's the link here. If they click on this, it takes it right to the Canva, right to the Editable Brag Tags. They just have to click on this edit template and they can just start typing away, and then they can download what they create as a PDF and use it, print it off, and there you go. So you can really have fun with this and make sheets and sheets and sheets. So once again, I want to remind you that I have a printable PDF of brag tag suggestions of all the things that you could create, and that's in the description below. And I hope this tutorial has been really helpful to you today, and good luck and happy creating, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.